NBA Straya's best and worst stuff of the day for Tuesday, November 25. How are you going? I hope you're doing better than me. I'm still under the weather. Bit crook. Feel a bit rubbish, so we'll punch through this one today. Get out of your hair. I'm your host, James Clements, here at Larry Armour Studios. Let's start with the daily. Is it some sort of whip around, is it, Jim? Yes. There we go. Hey, there was a thing over the weekend that I forgot to mention on yesterday's Weekend Winners and Losers NBA Straya. Chris Paul. Everyone's like, he's retiring at the end of the season. It's like, yeah, we all knew that, right? He said it in the off-season. I feel like I'm taking crazy pills. So now we're going to spend all this time talking about Chris Paul. It's like, but we knew he was retiring. He also sucks now. Like, all right, cool. Take your victory lap. It's just weird that it feels like Chris Paul was like a month into the season, realized that everybody had forgotten that he said he was retiring, and then went, I better say to Shams just to tug his elbow a bit and go, oi, can you tell him that I'm actually retiring? Just let him remind everybody. And Shams is like, yes, sir, whatever you say, sir, because I'm Shams and I'm like super weird and nothing sus about me, bro. Shams looks like the most sus dude in the world, BT Dubs, just saying. Mark Cuban's reckoning that the Mavs won't trade Anthony Davis. Cool. I mean, I definitely trust what he says, because like no team has ever said that they're not going to trade a player and then actually traded them, so AD's a Mav for life. Sure. DeAndre Ayton's out. I love this because it meant that the LA Lakers have now signed Drew Timmy, which is fun. He was pretty solid for the Nets on their two-way last year and stuff. Herb Jones is out for a week for the Pelicans. It's a bit of a rough one. Aaron Gordon, he's tweaked his hammy. Bit of a weird one there going on for the Nugs, but what, they've lost Christian Brown, now they've lost Aaron Gordon. Still winning, because Jokic is awesome. But still. Draymond and Kuminga were both out for the Warriors today as well. Jordan Poole's on his way back, though. That's kind of nice. And Tyler Hero actually came back. Keegan Murray came back on the weekend, so it's kind of nice. We're getting a few folks back, but I don't know. I rattled off that injury list the other day, and it's still scary. Hey, let's do some game wraps really quickly from today. The Pistons, 13 straight wins. Unbelievable, because on this day, 2 years ago, they lost their 13th straight game. They lost 13 straight. Now they've won 13 straight, 2 years later. Don't tell me you can't turn around your team very quickly. Brooklyn, New Orleans, Washington, all you crummy teams out there, what are you doing? This is a pretty good win. Pistons came in pretty hard at the, down the stretch at home, as I kind of expected. I did pick the Pacers to cover, Pistons to win. Nailed that. Kay Cunningham's really good. 24, 11, and 6. Piss off, like, really. 15 and 2, the Pistons. Cream of the East. Cleveland, that's right. Cleveland! Lost in Toronto. Called this one too. 110-99. Just didn't have a chance. I reckon the Cavs on the road. The Raps without RJ Barrett. He's out for a day or two. See how long that goes. Brandon Spindles Ingram had 37 instead. Scotty Barnes was solid. That was a whomping. Good job by the Raptors. The Knickerbockers beat the Nets 113-100 in a battle of the boroughs. It's never really been much of a battle. Noah Clowney was awesome. Karl Anthony Towns was even better, 37-12. The Mavs lost the 2011 NBA Finals rematch against the Heat, 106-102. Came at them pretty hard late as well. Had it all tied up. Could not seal the deal. PJ Washington had a couple of shots to win it. Never happened. Khalil Ware is crushing it. He had 20 points, 18 rebounds, and 4 blocks. It's a good win for the Heat. Expected them to win by a little bit more, but good job there. The Nugs out there doing pretty great stuff. Jokic, another triple-double. What are you going to do? 125, 115 over Memphis. Jock Landale. I better not do that. I might lose my voice. He was absolutely fantastic. Equal career high, 26 and 10. Crushed it. Grizzlies still stink. Blazers 115 beat the Bucks 103. Bucks without Giannis, it's just, it's a slog. Blazers, that's a solid win for them. They had been 7 and 10, now they're 8 and 10. Bulls lost in New Orleans. I called this one as well. Didn't really like the vibe of the Bulls up against this Pelicans squad. And I don't know, the Pels were just solid. Zion didn't do much apart from score, but they were just 143-130. And this is the thing about the Bulls. They have these games where they just give up 1 millionty points. Josh Giddey was solid. I'll talk about him again in a second. The Rockets waxed the Suns in the end, 114-92. Big fourth quarter. Without KD, who's off for personal reasons. 114-92. 30-17 in the fourth quarter. Alpi Şengün is awesome. Amen Thompson's also pretty bloody good. I enjoyed Dylan Brooks versus... I love that the KD Bowl just didn't have KD. It's very typical of Kevin Durant. I'm just saying. The Warriors won 34-117 without like half their dudes. Steph is still really good. He had 31. And the Kings beat the Wolves. This was a disaster for Minnesota in overtime. Ant-Man's doing everything he can. Everybody else just shut up shop. It was crazy. Outscored in the fourth quarter. Overtime gets forced. DeMar DeRozan missed a game winner at the buzzer in regulation too. 26-14 for Keegs-Murray. And you got 43-7 and 3 steals for Ant-Man. And it wasn't enough. Minnesota. Just something a bit off about them, isn't there? 10-7. Hey, let's do an NBA Straya Pro performance of the night then.
That's not a knife. That's a knife.
That is a knife. Look, Brandon Ingram in the stead of like all of his other mates. 37, not bad. He's still a dickhead though for what he did last week. Karl Anthony Towns, 37 and 12, whatever it came against Brooklyn. Jeremy Grant was a really good game from him. It's the perfect Jeremy Grant game, right? The stakes are very low. You're on the road in Milwaukee. No one's watching this game and you put up 35. That's called a Jeremy Grant, that one. Noah Clowney was awesome. Steph, very, very good. I want to give this one though. Look, honorable mention, obviously, he's got to go to Ant-Man, 43, 7 and 4. Awesome game. Awesome game. But I want to give it probably to DeMar DeRozan, who, I mean, despite all the efforts of Russell Westbrook to sabotage this game for the Sacramento Kings and to get Doug Christie fired, there was a moment where there was like a 2-on fast break. Russell's like sort of gone into the paint, passed it off, got it back under, and like gave up the layup, just didn't take the layup and dribbled out to the 3-point line and turned around and chucked it up. It was like, what is going on here? Doug Christie's going to have a conniption. But either way, DeRozan, solid. 33 and 4. Love that from him. Great game. The just very, very silly Jokic triple-double thing just keeps on going. Jamal Murray was good too, 29. Amen Thompson, 28, 7, 8. Pretty good. He can play a bit too. Not bad. How about Spud of the night?
Spud it is. Spud of the night.
Oh, we had a few Spuds. Drew Smith, 0 of 6. 0 of 5 for Grady Dick. Did not do a jersey swap with Lonzo Ball, apparently. 0 of 5 also for Walter Clayton Jr. We don't really rag on the rookies though. 1 of 8 for Tyrese Martin. 1 of 7 for Ryan Nembhard. There's another rook. Our man Luke Travers, 1 of 6 too. Duncan, I'd like to have a beer with Duncan. Today he couldn't hit a shot, went 2 of 10. Lonzo goes 3 of 15, but there was a big one I think for the Pacers. Benny Mathurin went 3 of 13 and Andy Nembhard went 4 of 14. Now I'm no math magician, but if your backcourt scorers shoot a combined 7 of 27, that's not bloody good. Again, professional opinion as a math magician. And I don't believe after all that, anyone shot the magic number. Can you believe that? What a weird day. We had a million games and no one went and shot, he says, desperately stretching out time to check one last time. No one shot the magic number, so boo. Anyway, who's old mate, no mates today?
Old mate, no mates.
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 Who's got no mates today? Anybody who is arguing for Ja Morant being a better player than Klay Thompson and having a better career is off their head. Like, it's pretty funny. We mentioned this on yesterday's show very quickly. But yeah, the dummy's arguing that he's like, oh, yeah, he's a better player than Klay. It's like, what? Just, have you watched basketball before? Klay Thompson was way better than Ja Morant has ever get. Like, Ja Morant, yes, as a solo, but as a solo functioning offensive engine, Ja Morant had basically, I'll drive at the basket really hard, and then very little else. Klay Thompson could do everything in his pomp. It was crazy. There was another one today about Ray Allen versus Gilbert Arenas. And look, just tell me you never watched Ray Allen if you're thinking that Gilbert Arenas had a better peak career, whatever, than Ray Allen. Like, you're just stupid at that point. Anyway, so yeah, if you're arguing dumb points on the internet, you're old mate, no mates. Like, come on. Just tell me you never watched Ray Allen. Tell me that you never actually watched Klay Thompson and that you're actually 12. I don't know. It's crazy. Panting of the night. All of the Grizzlies getting got by Jokic with that stupid wraparound behind the back. Bloody hell, that pass was absolutely absurd. Also, Kevin Love got nutmegged by Luka the other day. That's like a, oh God, yep, that's me. I guess you want to know why I retired then. Moment for Kevin Love. All-time pantsing. All-time pantsing. Clell Ware had a couple of pantsing blocks today as well. Very good day for the Pantsons. Finally, better than Lonzo Ball, Bronny James and Ben Simmons.
Lonzo was the best player in high school. He was the best player in college. You think he'll get to the pros and be like, I made it to the pros, now I can be average. We're coming for everybody.
Coming for everybody. I mentioned Noah Clowney just before. 31-4-3. He's been like this solid, weird sort of like every so often he'll have a game like this. You're like, Noah Clowney, not bad. He went 7 of 13 on threes. Bloody hell. Keontae George also went 28, 7 and 7. He's been like, the Keontae George roller coaster has been much more on the up this year than the down, terrifying, like, we're going to go shoot 3 of 22 today kind of vibe. So good on him. And Peyton Watson, without Aaron Gordon there. He had a really great game last week, of course. He's now ripped off 27-5-3 today. Not bloody bad. What about the Australian player watch for today? There you go. The Aussies, very quickly, Josh Giddey against New Orleans, 21-7-6. Not a bad game. 6 of 12 from the floor. 4 of 10 from 3. And the loss. Yeah, just the defense suffered, didn't it? Jock Landale in the loss to Denver. Awesome game for the Rooster. 26 points, 10 rebounds, 2 assists, 10 of 18 from the floor. 3 of 6 from downtown, and 3 at the free throw line. Free for free. And, yeah, went full-blown career high. So, that's pretty good. Love that by him. Jock Landale, you absolute gun. To the point where I'm like, we need more Jock Landale. What are we doing here? It's just what we need. It's very simple. So, yeah, that's an equal career high 26 points. I think his record for rebounds is 12, so he didn't quite get there, but equal to career high in points. Good job, Jock Landale. No Johnny Furphy still against the, Pistons. No Jingles in the game, did not play coach's decision against Sacramento, but we did get 3 minutes of do-up against Milwaukee. 3 minutes, 3 points, 1-1 from downtown, 1 rebound and 1 turnover. And Tyrese Proctor, both Tyrese Proctor and Luke Travers got out there for the Cavs against Toronto with them on a back-to-back. 20 minutes for Tyrese Proctor, 2 of 9 shooting for his 8 points. He went 0 of 5 from deep, which was a bit brutal. There was like one at the end of the quarter. You're like, oh, that would have been a good one. But anyway, 4 of 4 at the line, 3 rebounds, 1 assist, 1 steal, 1 turnover. So, yeah, swings and roundabouts. Luke Travers had the 11 minutes. He had 5 points and 1 of 6 shooting. So, 0 of 3 from deep, 3 of 3 at the free throw line, 3 for free. And 2 rebounds, 1 assist, 1 steal. So, yeah, sort of up and down performances from the Aussies. Anyway, what about tomorrow's games? We've only got 3. We're going to weird week this, obviously, week in America with Thanksgiving, right? So, basketball just goes, we're afraid of the NFL, and doesn't play any basketball on Thanksgiving. So we've got like 3 games tomorrow. And so Thanksgiving Eve, they've got a battery of games, no games, and then a bunch of games. So, sure. Meanwhile, the NFL's like, cool, we'll just take all of Thanksgiving. We'll also take Christmas, which used to be just you. So, yeah, just go away, NBA. Just show some spine, Adam Silver. Anyway, 3 games tomorrow. Atlanta at Washington. Now, Washington have lost 14 straight. Atlanta feel like the one team that could completely screw this up, couldn't it? Because when they're at their best, they're awesome. When they're also not very good, they look horrible. I'm going to take Washington plus 10.5. I just feel like they can maybe sneak out even a sneaky win. If the Hawks are just off their feet a little bit, things can get sideways pretty quickly. But if the extreme Zinger Meal does play, extreme Zinger Meal, I would probably hesitate, and I'd probably end up going Atlanta because Zinger loves nothing more than a nice warm bun and side of chips, but also smashing his old teams. So if Zinger plays, I'd probably end up landing on Atlanta, but for now, Washington plus 10.5. Orlando at Philly. How good is this game? Thing is, you got Suggs, Anthony Black, and co. for that Orlando team. Desmond Bain, maybe not so much, but defensively, does it feel like the Magic have sort of at least found a bit of a level? Philly at home, 1.5 point underdogs. You've got Maxey, you've got VJ, Paul George. Can they pull this out? I'm probably still going to go with the Magic. They had a rough one against Boston the other day, but otherwise, they look pretty good. Philly, just some questions. I think the Magic can do this one. And then we've got a Battle of LA, the Clippers and the Lakers. The Clippers are playing absolutely horribly at the moment. They got a win the other day, but then got waxed again. Kawhi's back, sure. LeBron, Luka, Austin Reeves. They look fantastic. And I mean, it pains me to say it, but here we are. The Lakers are 5.5 point favorites at home. And remember, they don't share a home anymore, so it's still kind of strange. But I'm going to take the Lakers minus 5.5. There you go. So you can follow all of our vibes, of course, over at Dabble. Use that code NBA Straya to see all the ones that we've put in. If there's any changes, etc. We also have the morning NBA coffee run where we sort of just go through a couple of those vibes. Either way, there you go. That's it. The best and the worst in the NBA today. Tune in to NBA Straya every day for everything NBA, of course. Subscribe or I'll fight you. There's NBA Straya saying, look after yourselves, would you? I need to go have a rest. Later, hosen.